Bom dia a todos. Bem-vindos ao Composing Worlds 2024, um simpósio internacional sobre o cruzamento entre as humanidades, o ambiente, a saúde e o bem-estar. Estamos em Portugal, por isso começo por cumprimentar em português o Sr. Reitor da Universidade Fernando Pessoa, professor Álvaro Nascimento, o Sr. Diretor da Faculdade de Ciências Humanas e Sociais, professor Pedro Reis, o Coordenador do Mestrado Integrado em Medicina, professor Lúcio Santos, e a Senhora Presidente da Cátedra Internacional de Bioética, professora Teresa Toldy. Cumprimento os colegas presentes nesta sala e os que nos acompanham à distância, assim como os alunos, funcionários da universidade e o público aqui presente à distância. Este é um simpósio internacional, em que se falarão 3 línguas, português, espanhol e inglês. Sendo o inglês a língua principal deste encontro, e para os que nos acompanham à distância e não conhecem a nossa língua, falarei daqui em diante em inglês. Obrigada. Dear all, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and distinguished participants, welcome to the Composing Worlds 2024 International Symposium on Humanities, Environment, Health and Well-being. My name is Marina Lencastre, and with my colleague, Estrada, we warmly welcome you to the University Fernando Pessoa and to the different panels of the symposium. We are truly honored and grateful to have with us today and tomorrow very esteemed representatives from diverse areas, universities, and international organizations. Their dialogue underscores the importance of interdisciplinary cooperation and research for the complex challenges facing our society and the planet today. This is one main goal of the Composing Worlds Network at the heart of the present symposium.
Bom dia a todos. I'm going to say some words in Portuguese because we have a lot of participants that are Portuguese. Como disse a minha colega Marina Lencastre, nós estamos a viver uma época de vastas transformações, tanto nas sociedades humanas como nas sociedades não humanas, na saúde e no bem-estar. Estas transformações exigem uma reflexão crítica sobre o futuro que queremos construir e ainda sobre o papel determinante que as humanidades terão nesse futuro. E a propósito disso, deixem-me só contar uma pequena história. Havia um famoso retórico e professor na Antiguidade Clássica que se chamava Górgias, que seria aquilo que nós hoje diríamos uma pessoa das humanidades. E o Górgias tinha um irmão que era médico. O Górgias tinha um irmão que era médico e que de vez em quando lhe pedia para ir com ele às consultas, para falar com os doentes e para aconselhar os doentes e para persuadir os doentes. É justamente esta versão, este desafio humano-tecnológico, entre outras coisas, naturalmente, que nós vamos aqui também discutir nos diferentes painéis deste simpósio. Dito isto, dizer ainda que estamos profundamente agradecidos a todos os intervenientes que aceitaram estar aqui hoje conosco, aos nossos moderadores, que irão discutir estas questões, questões hoje centrais, como a inflação tecnológica que temos, e a rede Composing Worlds, esta rede que promove este encontro e este congresso, permite justamente pensar esta interdisciplinaridade, ou seja, nós não vamos inventar a roda, porque a roda está inventada há muito tempo. Enquanto formos humanos, precisamos ter humanidade nas coisas. E, portanto, temos que humanizar os chats GPT, naturalmente. É isso que temos que fazer. Mas isso é já uma coisa mais ou menos óbvia. Não é, Marina?
In extending a warm welcome to the opening panel of the symposium. Their presence here today shows the university's commitment to an interdisciplinary collaboration to address today's compelling problems and opportunities. Thank you for your presence. We will now listen to the opening words by Professor Álvaro Nascimento, Dean of the University of Fernando Pessoa. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll address everyone in English if you don't mind. And first of all, let me thank you, Marina, for inviting me to be here at the opening session of this symposium. I'll be very brief for obvious reasons. You have hard work ahead. And so I will very just say a few words and make a few remarks. Marshall McLuhan, a Canadian philosopher, once said that there is no passengers on spaceship Earth. We are all crew. It is with great pleasure that I welcome all participants to this symposium here today that we held at the Universidade de Fernando Pessoa. Marina already said, and I'm going to stress this again, we are committed to build a vibrant academic university and a vibrant academic community where we can discuss freely all the challenges the world is facing and address the most pressing concerns of sustainability. Today, and also tomorrow, we bring together here at the university and across the world a group of scholars from different universities, different scientific fields, and several nationalities to attend a holistic discussion that spans from humanities to life sciences. This panel here just shows how diverse this is. We believe multidisciplinarity is needed to better understand the problems of the world today and gradually build an interdisciplinary approach to seek and find answers to our fears and our ambitions. You'll find diversity in the program of the symposium, which contents are shaped to reflect our portfolio of specific knowledge. When I mean our, I mean universities, portfolio expertise, and our capabilities, and which are at the core of our ADN. We span from communication to the most recently added medicine to our portfolio of education and research abilities, and that's where we are at the moment. Marshall McLuhan, however, is better known for his quote, "The medium is the message." And because of that, I wish you are all inspired and use the power you have to convey the message of change, to reshape people, culture, and, as the title of this symposium is, compose a new world. Thank you and good work for everyone.
Thank you very much for your words. Now we are going to listen to Professor Pedro Reis, Dean of the Faculty.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by greeting the Rector of University Fernando Pessoa, Professor Álvaro Nascimento, also Professors Teresa, Toldy, and Lúcio Santos, and the coordinators of the network Composing Worlds, Professors Marina Lencastre and Estrada, whom I thank for inviting me to this opening session. Naturally, I would also like to greet and welcome all those teachers and students who are present here in the auditorium, as well as those who are following us via streaming. The direction of the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences would like to thank the organizers and speakers of the symposium. We are very pleased with this initiative, which contributes greatly to the qualification of our faculty. In fact, the symposium aims to address important issues such as the vast social transformations, inclusion, health, well-being, which are central to our research. It will also contribute to consolidate the connection between the faculty's scientific areas and other areas at UFP, as the Rector already mentioned. Given the inter- and transdisciplinary approach of the symposium, which aims to bring the humanities and social sciences into dialogue with the natural and health sciences, promoting a critical and emphatic reflection of these fields of knowledge, seeking to represent and diagnose new complex realities, but also focusing on future challenges. Talking about the network composing worlds itself, if I may, as a multidisciplinary and interinstitutional project, it advocates the crossing of fields to promote a holistic understanding of complex human challenges while advancing scientific knowledge and strengthening the relationship between science and society. The research undertaken by this project coalesces around challenging problems that no single field can solve alone. This approach privileges the development of multi- and interdisciplinary research, seeking answers to the complex issues that humanity faces today, recognizing that the interconnection between areas of knowledge is the best way, if not the only way, to reach solutions to the complex problems of contemporary societies. Naturally, it goes without saying that it is expected that this research will continue to be materialized in scientific production, desirably aligned with the strategic principles of the faculty and the university for scientific production, such as collective publications in first or second quartile indexed journals that is linked to our study cycles, especially master's and PhD programs, and preferably also with the participation of students as co-authors. In this context, I would like to applaud the outcomes of the network composing worlds, not only books and papers, but also an interesting collection of podcasts published monthly, to which I would draw the attention, particularly of students, as it seems to me that those podcasts can trigger or reinforce your interests. Therefore, if I may, I would like to address a special message to the students, especially those following us via streaming, encouraging you to actively take part in this symposium. Raise your concerns, express your opinions, ask questions. In short, take the opportunity to learn from the experts, but also to debate ideas, which is the main purpose of these initiatives. In conclusion, I would like to renew the acknowledgement of the direction of the faculty to the organizers and to the speakers. And I truly believe that the event will be very fruitful and will contribute to share inspiring ideas on the topics under discussion, which are of the utmost importance and of great interest to all of us. So have a very nice day. Welcome to our university, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Pedro Reis. So now, please, you may please take the word, Professor Lúcio Santos, coordinator of the Integrated Master of the University in Medicine of the University of Pessoa.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. On behalf of our medical school, I greet all participants. I would like to emphasize that our school, the youngest at Fernando Pessoa University, aims to be an instrument in building a future, inclusive, and promoting knowledge, equity, and respect for living beings. I wish you a great symposium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Lúcio Santos. I'm going to finish this initial presentation with Professor Teresa Toldy, an expert in ethics and president of the International Chair of Bioethics. Yes.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So let me begin by greeting the members of this introductory panel, the Dean of the University, the Director of the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences, the Coordinator of the Integrated Master of Medicine, and my colleagues, Professor Marina Lencastre and Professor Estrada, coordinators of Compor Mundus, so Composing Worlds, whom I would like to thank for inviting me to say a few words at the beginning of this symposium. Given that time is short, I will immediately move on to a brief reflection on the theme of the symposium, phrasing it in a possibly broader context proposed by a philosopher whose name needs no introduction, Martha Nussbaum. I've chosen to talk a little about her thinking based on a book of hers with a very suggestive and disruptive title. The title is Not for Profit: Why Democracy Needs the Humanities. The author believes that we are in the midst of a crisis of gigantic proportions, a crisis that goes unnoticed, but which is ruinous for the future of democracies. It is the crisis in education. Why? Because, according to her own words, thirsty for national profit, nations and their systems of education are heedlessly discarding skills that are needed to keep democracies alive. If this trend continues, nations all over the world will soon be producing generations of useful machines rather than complete citizens who can think for themselves, criticize tradition, and understand the significance of another person's sufferings and achievements. This leads Nussbaum to conclude that the future of the world's democracies hangs in the balance. In her view, this crisis is due to a radical change. This change consists of the elimination of humanities and arts, which provide imaginative, creative, and critical thinking, since nations prefer to pursue short-term profit by the cultivation of the useful and highly applied skills suited to profit-making. Now, what worries Martha Nussbaum is that she considers that this crisis is facing us, but we are not facing it yet. What's more, we are being carried away by it. Continuing to follow Martha Nussbaum's thinking in a field that is of particular interest to me, the ethical field, I will draw attention to a criticism of this profit-based thinking for the damage it does to the construction of empathic societies. She considers that this thinking not only devaluates social sciences and humanities, but also empties the capacity for thinking that make us human, capable of human relationships rather than relationships based on manipulation and/or power. In her own words, when we meet in society, if we have not learned to see both self and other in that way, imagining in one another inner faculties of thought and emotion, democracy is bound to fail, because democracy is built upon respect and concern, and these in turn are built upon the ability to see other people as human beings, not simply as objects. It is obvious that Nussbaum considers that we should have no objection to a good scientific and technical education. However, a concern, which I share, is that other abilities equally crucial are at risk of getting lost in the competitive flurry, abilities crucial to the health of any democracy and to the creation of a decent world culture capable of constructively addressing the world's most pressing problems. I am therefore glad to be at a symposium that values the useless, that is, the unprofitable. And I say that as a compliment, because what the program of this symposium promises is a look, an interdisciplinary look at the knowledge that builds the world, according to Edgar Morin, and as such that can frame that technical knowledge, which is necessary to serve humanity, not to put humanity at its service. Let me just add a final word. The university is, of course, the privileged place to think about what Martha Nussbaum says regarding the relevance of humanities and arts for democracy. It is also the place to think about what Edgar Morin says regarding the 7 knowledges that matter. The university is not an ivory tower. It is a window to the world. I hope this symposium opens windows to the world. Thanks again for the invitation to be here, best wishes for a successful symposium.
Thank you very much, Professora Teresa Toldy. So let's start the Composing Worlds 2024 Symposium. We will next listen to the inaugural conference by Jonathan McFarland. Jonathan is Associate Professor in the Faculty of Medicine at Universidad Autónoma de Madrid. He is also a committee member of the European Narrative Medicine Society. His communication is entitled An Ecological Health Humanities Hope for the Future. Thank you very much.